Update. Policy shifts are challenging inclusive learning efforts. Recent federal orders in the United States are seeking to force the elimination of DEI programs, leading institutions to reassess their compliance strategies. Many are closing DEI offices, revising curricula, and removing DEI language from public materials. These shifts are impacting students, faculty, and administrators by reducing support systems, creating job uncertainty, and forcing institutions to modify curricula, restructure policies, and find alternative ways to promote inclusivity. New crises have emerged globally, intensifying instability. In early 2025, a wave of global challenges and crises, spanning political, economic, environmental, social, and health domains, emerged, furthering concerns about polycrises and their converging impacts. Overall, as crises converge, their combined effects could intensify, deepening economic and operational challenges for higher education, in addition to exacerbating well-being and mental health challenges among students, faculty, and staff. Policy shifts could change how students interact with technology. Recent policy shifts in the United States, including a temporary nationwide TikTok ban, with continued uncertainty about long-term access, state-level restrictions on websites and social media, coupled with institutional and instructor-enforced limits on AI tools like ChatGPT, have the potential to reshape how students access technology in higher education. Financial constraints could slow the adoption of VR and other technologies in higher education. Cuts to federal education funding and research grants, along with reductions in personnel at federal funding agencies, may limit financial support for technological investments, including VR tools and infrastructure. Efforts to democratize technology might face new obstacles. Concerns have been raised about tech industry leaders' growing influence in government operations, with some worrying that corporate interests could take precedence over public needs, shaping policies in ways that serve industry interests rather than promoting open access and competition. AI advancements could transform how student success is tracked and documented. In 2025, we've already seen major advancements in AI technologies, ranging from sophisticated reasoning models and AI agents to multimodal AI systems and open-source initiatives. As AI tools rapidly evolve, they will also offer opportunities to enhance or create new methods for documenting student learning and success. Yet as institutions consider implementing AI to track and assess student success, they will face ongoing challenges related to privacy, data security, and bias. US policy turns toward tariffs. President Trump signed an order to impose tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China. These tariffs have escalated trade tensions, leading to retaliatory measures from affected countries, and are poised to exacerbate rising costs and resource scarcity. Consequently, educational institutions may face increased expenses for imported educational materials and technology, straining already limited budgets. A growing emphasis on efficiency in the workplace could impact higher education. Recently, the US government introduced policies to improve efficiency and productivity in federal and state workplaces, with the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, leading these efforts. As part of this, federal and state return to office, RTO, mandates have been put forth requiring government employees to shift back to in-person work. While not directly aimed at higher education, these mandates could significantly impact institutions, particularly public universities employing faculty and staff tied to government agencies. Stricter immigration policies are reshaping global connections. In 2025, several developments signal rising international tensions and a growing movement toward deglobalization. In the United States, new executive orders target international students involved in protests, raising concerns about free speech and visa security. Additionally, the administration has implemented stricter immigration policies aimed at tightening border security and expediting removals. Governments are taking varied approaches to clean energy. Recent developments in clean energy subsidies reveal a shifting landscape, with some governments expanding support, while others are scaling back or freezing funding. Additionally, the US withdrawal from the Paris Agreement has further complicated climate commitments, signaling reduced federal support for global decarbonization efforts. Reduced funding for clean energy research and academic programs could limit opportunities for students and faculty, slow innovation in sustainable technologies and green workforce growth, and widen gaps in job readiness and sustainability efforts. Geopolitical competition over mineral reserves is intensifying, as lithium and other minerals become increasingly critical resources for renewable energy and technologies in general. Geopolitical competition over rare earth reserves is intensifying. Food insecurity is increasing due to multiple crises. In the United States, bird flu has pushed egg prices up, tariffs are expected to raise food costs, and proposed SNAP cuts could leave millions struggling. Severe droughts in Africa and floods in South Asia have devastated crops, causing food and crop prices to fluctuate, and the war in Ukraine continues to disrupt wheat and sunflower oil exports, worsening shortages in nations including Egypt and Lebanon. Without action, rising food insecurity will hinder student success, affecting health, academic performance, and overall well-being. A Carnegie system update is changing research classifications. The Carnegie classification system is being overhauled to reduce competition for R1 status, which has driven institutions to prioritize research spending. As funding sources become uncertain, institutions may need to reassess their research strategies to maintain or achieve classification status. Higher education technology policies face uncertainty and change. Technology-related regulations in higher education are shifting due to federal policy changes, state-level actions, and growing data security and privacy concerns. Project 2025 and potential changes to the Department of Education could decentralize oversight, leading to inconsistent tech regulations and funding challenges. The focus on AI deregulation and industry growth in the United States is deepening. These shifts in federal oversight, state laws, and accessibility standards are creating uncertainty in funding, compliance, and the future of digital learning in higher education. The Trump administration is focusing on deregulation and private sector innovation, with Executive Order 14,179 removing AI restrictions to boost U.S. economic and security interests. This strategy has contributed to delays in AI regulation abroad. Additionally, the administration has rolled back AI guardrails, loosening oversight on ethical and labor protections.